Service schedule, off. One nice feature of this boiler, the Elite boiler, is I can put in here a service schedule. It can either be based on a date or hours of runtime. It can also, I put in the manufacturer or the contractor's phone number, and I can put in the contractor's an alert that will say service required. All right, so what I'm going to do here is service schedule off. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to do either run hours or date. I'm going to do run hours. Okay, hit enter. This is thousands of hours. I'm going to say every approximately 7,000 hours I want this boiler serviced. There's approximately 7,500 hours in a year. Okay, so I'm going to hit this telephone number. As a contractor, you can put in your phone number here. Once again, you hit enter, and up or down on the scale, depending on, and it'll ask you the three area code numbers and then the actual phone number. Once this is entered, this boiler will, when we use up the 1,000 or 7,500 hours that we programmed in earlier, this board will actually flash, and you'll see a red light here, and it'll say service with the phone number of the contractor. Okay, we're back to the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this mode. I'm holding in the reset button. If you take too long a time, if you take over 60 seconds between pushing any of these buttons while you're programming, the boiler will go back to its original defaults. So I suggest that you move swiftly and also record your numbers for future reference. I'm back to the beginning. Now what I'm going to do is go into what's called the service or status menu. Okay, my supply is 71 degrees. My pump's ready to go. What we're going to do now is go into the status menu. This has quite a bit of value. I can look at my supply temperature, return temperature, outdoor temperature, my design temperature. I can tell if a pump is operating or not, and I can actually tell the history or the last 10 fault codes. So we're going to hit the right hand button, fault history 10. There's 10 fault histories recorded in here. Because I've had no fault codes, we're not seeing anything, but the last 10 fault histories will actually give me the actual fault, F09, F10, F13, and it'll actually give me the time of day, month, and so on. Here we go, flue sensor. Okay. Fault FO2, fault 2, FOO, flame loss. So it's actually giving me the time, date, so I know exactly when the unit had a problem. Good ignitions. I've had the number of hours that the domestic hot water has been operating is 0. Good ignitions, I've had 11% good ignitions. Power on 2 hours. That means the boiler has actually had power to it for 2 hours. That's not run time, that's strictly the hours going to the control panel. And the number of hours that it is run on a heating mode are 0. Bus communication, if I had a Vision 3 or multiple boilers, this would tell me that the boilers are communicating with one another. 0 to 10 volt signal, that's if I had my external management system and I was sending a 0 to 10 volt DC signal to this unit, I could actually read what the control voltage was or the signal from that remote location. Flame, When this unit is running, I can actually look at the flame current and the fan speed simultaneously. Outdoor sensor is off in this particular case, and my flue is 72 degrees. My DHW, which is my domestic hot water, is set at 120, and the pump is not running right now. The heating system right now is set at 180, and my supply temperature is 71. Okay, we're back to the beginning. I hit reset, and everything's back to normal. Now, if I wanted to do a combustion test on this unit, I would like to be able to override the TT or call and prevent the boiler from modulating while I'm doing my combustion test. Ideally, I do a combustion test on low fire and high fire, and my CO, CO2, and various adjustments are done on high fire normally, but I like to start on low fire to see what the benchmark is. If I press the enter button and the top button simultaneously, I've actually gone into what's called the service mode. You see it says fan pre-purge, and there's RPM here. And it says that my pump is on. Now, after so many seconds, if this was a normal boiler connected, this boiler would light off, and I can manually control the RPM, which is the firing rate, by pressing the up or down button. But this is my service mode. So by pressing the down button, I can modulate this boiler fan speed down, I can do my combustion test, and then I can hit the up button and ramp the speed up and the combustion up and do my combustion test. So this is a very helpful function. Okay, want to get out of this? Right now it's running on post-purge. This will go off momentarily. You'll notice it tried to ignite. The gas valve is on. This is my RPMs. Now, if it tries to light off 3 times unsuccessfully, after the 3rd try, it's going to go into what's called an F09 lockout, which means I did not have combustion. At that point, we still have 2 cycles to go. I will actually see a fault code here, and it should say flame error or flame out and F09. So let's let it go through 2 more cycles. Okay, there we go. No flame on, ignition, F09. Hit the reset button and we're back to the beginning.